Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of year. The NFL season is almost here, and that means fantasy football drafts. And I got three of them this weekend just by themselves. But, anyways, so over the last couple of years, I've tried this very crazy and wild fantasy football draft strategy, and it's actually paid off a few times. And people, you're gonna think I'm nuts, but that's okay. So whenever I am in a draft, if I am one of the first three picks, I'll generally draft the best player available. But if you're in that mid range area, middle of the pack, where the inverted order really doesn't affect you very much, really doesn't help you out, I tend to use my first two or three picks on tight ends. And I love doing that because it disrupts the draft. It makes my opponents panic, and it gives me leverage. And that is the big thing that I try to go for with this strategy. If I'm picking, 5, 6, 7 in a 10 or 12 team draft, I'm not impacted very much by the inverted order. Um, so I usually draft tight end heavy when I'm not at the beginning or very end of a draft order. And here's the thing, it's worked out because let's be real. There's a lot of depth at quarterback. There's a lot of depth at running back. There is a lot of depth at wide receiver. However, there is not a lot of depth at tight end. So, if you can grab the two or three best tight ends in the league in your fantasy football draft, I am telling you, people will make trades. People will propose trades. Um, I have literally gotten some very big trades off of drafting two to three tight ends right out of the gate. Yes, I know it sounds crazy. Yes, I know it's pretty wild, but it has worked. And I have shown that it works. It has been proven by me on multiple occasions that this strategy will work. Because, like I said, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, plenty of depth, plenty of those to go around, plenty of great talent to go around. Tight ends, there might be a handful that get you a ton of fantasy points throughout the year. So, that is my wild and crazy fantasy football draft tragedy. I would be very curious to see if anybody else try this and see what happens uh, during their league, because it's very out of the box thinking. But like I said, it has worked for me. But you have to do it right. So um, if you're drafting middle of the pack, just take a chance on a couple of tight ends. So, anyways, hope everyone is doing well with their fantasy football drafts. Hope you have a ton of fun with your draft parties. I know I got three drafts in 2 days this coming weekend, so uh, gonna be interesting for sure.